Hey yo, it's Brian here. Bang Bang Niner Gang. Little suggestion from Roberto 49er Faithful for giving me this intro right there, and hope you guys did enjoy that for a one-off thing, but maybe I'll do it more often during the season when it happens. What's up, guys? Upcoming season 2020 campaign. In this video, going to be talking about floor and ceiling records for this team for the upcoming campaign. I can't wait to talk about this. I'm pretty sure you guys know what my record stands for this upcoming prediction season. Talk about the worst case scenario and best case scenario for this team in particular. Should be a very interesting one. Some factors to take into account, maybe how the team is constructed, what I think their performance is going to be for the whole upcoming season, also the opponents, but I don't want to take opponents too much into consideration because anything can happen in football. I mean, look at last year, they were facing one of the hardest schedules in NFL history according to numbers, according to wins and losses. The Packers, Saints, and Ravens, or Packers, Ravens, and Saints, and yet they did really well. They were 2-1, and they almost beat the Ravens, so really, I don't really take into account to that. And also teams, 49ers, any team, they can be great last year but be awful the next year and vice versa. So opponents, I don't really take into account too much. It's just the performance of the team. Can they do well in any condition? That's really what I look forward to. I got to just predict it based on what I see and what I like about this roster. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Nothing too crazy for me. We got to turn up on a Tuesday, right? Whatever. But anyways, let's get this video started. But before I do, as always, please like and subscribe. It's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers floor ceiling records for 2020. Also, Children's Miracle Network donations. Link in the description, link in the card section. Hope you guys do donate as much as you can. That would be much appreciative. And as you all know, $250 is the goal for this upcoming month, and hope you guys are with me with that. Thank you guys so much. Let's get this started. 49ers records, what to talk about? Well, as you all know by now, I've probably made this a couple of times in previous videos. I said 13-3 for the 49ers upcoming 2020 campaign, and I still will probably stick by that. But is that a ceiling record? I'll be talking about that in a second, but look at the worst case scenario for me. I expect the 49ers, with the team that they have, the expectations that they have for this year in particular, I'm going to be having them at least 11-5. If they go anything under that, I think it would be a disappointing season, to be honest with you. They have to at least make the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. The way how the NFC is stacked and loaded, 11-5 is like the last record you can go to before you make the playoffs. I know there's a playoff spot opening for this year with a 7th seed, but at the same time, it's a very competitive NFC. You have great teams like the Seattle Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, everybody in our division. You also got the Saints. You also got some upcoming teams, maybe the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys. I don't like mentioning them, but hey, they are a contender with the team that they have right now. Other teams, dark horse teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even the Atlanta Falcons, they beat us last year on an upset, and we were actually kind of playing that game for something. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of teams in the NFC that can compete for a playoff spot, and the 49ers, they have to do their due diligence to win as many games as possible. But really, the floor record for me is going to be 11-5. Anything under that would be disappointing, and anything under like 9 wins is definitely a Super Bowl hangover. I don't expect the 49ers to get hungover. I don't expect them to be heartbroken by the Super Bowl loss against the Kansas City Chiefs earlier this year. I expect them to be motivated, get better than ever before. I know George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo, they were talking about the loss and seeing that they can make some improvements, get even better for next year. Hopefully avenge the loss from the previous year, and I'm expecting great things from this team in particular. 2020, this team, in my opinion, got better in almost every way. Offensively, they made some nice moves. Defensively, they still look intact for the most part, minus DeForest Buckner. Coaching, Kyle Shanahan, he's one of the best coaches, young and upcoming coaches in the NFL. I mean, in terms of just coaching in general, he's probably one of the best, but in terms of head coaching, he needs to do a little bit more to be in the upper echelons like a Bill Belichick or Pete Carroll as a top coach in the NFL, and I think he'll get that very, very soon with this upcoming 2020 campaign. Excited for it, but 11-5, anything under that would be disappointing. Anything over 11 wins would be great, and that's what the expectation is, to be honest with you. The ceiling for me, the best record they could go, in my opinion, is probably 14-2. They had a really good chance to go 16-0 last year. That was really crazy. I mean, look at the games that we did lose: the Ravens, Seahawks, and the Falcons. They were all just one play, 1 second from winning and losing, and we really could have gone 16-0 if that really would have happened. But that didn't happen. I was fine with 13-3, and no complaints at all. But yeah, I mean, 16-0 was a big possibility last year, but it would have been very, very huge expectations coming in to the playoffs, and they would have lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs if that was the upcoming scenario. So, anything can happen. But looking at it, I think 14-2 is a very comparable record for a ceiling. 15-1, 16-0. There's just something wrong with being 15-1. I mean, there's a lot of curses being 15-1 15-1, except for the 49ers in winning the Super Bowl. But you look at recent history, the Panthers, they went 15-1, lost the Super Bowl. The Packers in 2011, they went 15-1, but got trounced in the playoffs by the Giants. So anything can happen with 15-1. It's just some weird curse that nobody really talks about. We talk about Super Bowl hangovers, but we never talk about the 15-1 curse that comes with it. So that's just me right there. But 14-2, that's a very good record, and I think they can go that as the best record possible for this upcoming year. 16-0, I do not want the 49ers to go 16-0 because that would be very, very high expectations, and something can happen weird in the playoffs, and if they get bounced or anything like that, then it would be a huge, huge letdown. But if they go 16-0, I expect them to win the Super Bowl, and they probably would if they were to go to a perfect regular season record. But for me, just 14-2, I think that's good enough for a number one seed. Also, just to be the best team in the NFL. It's going to be very competitive, very tough. I mean, I don't like to look at opponents too much based on their records last year. Look at their prospects for 2020. You got the Saints, the NFC West. It's going to be a really tough year in terms of that, but anything can happen with all the teams they could be good or bad. But for me, I think the 49ers, the way that they're consistent, the way that their team didn't really change too much, it might have improved a bit with the draft and free agency moves, trades. I expect at least a 13-3 record, or at least 11-5 record, in order to make the playoffs, and then 13-3, 14-2 to get the number one seed, because it's different this year because anybody from 2 to 7 has to play in the wild card, and then the number one seed is the only team that gets a bye week. So that's very, very pressurizing for every team to get that number one seed and make every game count. So there you have it right there, you guys. But yep, I'm going to end the video right here, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the 49ers upcoming 2020 campaign. What's your ceiling and floor for their records for this upcoming campaign? I like what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow, probably on a Wednesday, if not a Thursday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.